In this session, we are going to understand the concept of performance appraisal problems or errors in performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is not only important to the organization, but also it is very crucial for the employees who are being evaluated. Performance appraisal will be a deciding factor to give incentives, increments, or promotions. So, performance appraisal should be taken seriously and should be done in a transparent and fair manner. If performance appraisal is not done properly, if the employees feel that it is unfair, their morale will be going down and they may leave the organization. And most of the employees and every employee will take performance appraisal very serious due to its significance in determining the promotions and incentives in future. Let us try to understand the common problems that arise in performance appraisal. Different errors may happen while performance appraisal is done. These are the significant performance appraisal errors that may happen while evaluating the performance of the employees. One, elements of bias and subjectivity, leniency and or strict error, central tendency, recency effect, poor appraisal forms, lack of training, hollow by horn effect, elements of manipulation. Let us see one by one. First one, leniency by strict error. Lenient appraisers rate an average performer as very good performer, whereas strict error says that the even highly efficient employees will be rated as average employees. So lenient raters will try to give high rating though the employee's performance is poor. Strict raters will try to give low rating though efficient employees delivered well. More lenient appraisers may provide undue protection to the inefficient employees at the cost of rightful claims of high performance ones. Too much strictness may also generate a demoralizing effect on the motivation and morale of high performing employees. So, both leniency and strict error should be avoided. Next type of error is central tendency. In central tendency error, the appraiser either will not be too much lenient or will not be strict. He goes on giving moderate or average rating to avoid controversy or criticism. In this case also, the people who are not eligible to get high score, people who are get eligible to get high score, both will be avoided. Moderate error or central tendency is one of the error where highly proficient, highly efficient employees will be lost, and people who do not fit for getting the score also will be given high score in central tendency. Another type of error is recency error. Recency error occurs when just happened events are taken into consideration while this performance appraisal process is happening. Previously or just before evaluation, what events happened, that impact will be more in recency error. Recent performance will be considered while evaluation is happening. But in fact, performance appraisal is done for a specific period of time, say for about 6 months or 1 year. But when recency error is happening, only previous days or previous months performance will be taken into consideration. So before evaluation, what has happened, that impact will be more on the rater. Next one is halo error by horn error. Halo error occurs when the supervisor's administration for any one of the employees positive traits is carried over to his evaluation of all other aspects of performance. So halo error says that the rater will try to consider the positive traits of the employee and he will try to give high rating for that. And harm error will the supervisor may carry over his negative impression of one trait to all aspects of evaluated employee's performance. So hollow error says one positive trait is going to be considered to give overall rating in a positive way or to give high rating. One negative trait may carry to give high negative rating to the employee's performance without actually conducting or evaluating the performance of the individual. So both hollow error and horn error are very problematic in terms of employee performance evaluation. Next error is elements of bias and subjectivity. Generally, when people are involved, there is always a possibility for human bias because human beings are involved because they are prone by biases and prejudices. The bias, if the bias is positive, obviously the individual is going to give good rating, and if the bias is negative, obviously the rater is going to give negative rating to the individual because he doesn't or he or she doesn't like the employee. So elements of bias and subjectivity is another problem for poor performance appraisal. Next one, element of manipulation. There are instances where managers and supervisors dominate over the entire process of performance evaluation and are in a position to manipulate the things with a view to favoring employees of their own liking. So managers and supervisors will try to dominate the entire evaluation process by giving good rating to their favorite, to the employees whom they like. And sometimes trade unions and dominant employees who have informal power in the organization will try to influence the performance appraisal process where the rater is pressurized or forced to give good rating irrespective of the poor performance. So element of manipulation is another problem in performance appraisal. After understanding these errors, it is very much essential to give proper training to the evaluator about the performance appraisal to be done, and they should be given proper training to observe carefully about employees' behavior while evaluating the performance of the employees. And evaluator must cover the entire evaluation period for better evaluation of performance of employees. So whenever the evaluators are conducting the performance appraisal, they should see that they are not prone to any of the errors in evaluation process. They should correctly understand the performance evaluation purpose. They should correctly evaluate without prone to any biases, and they should consider the full period of time for which the employee being evaluated. So if these things are followed, definitely performance appraisal will be much more effective without any errors. Thank you.